Hey guys, Deal Games here, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a weird video. This isn't what I usually do, but today I'm going to be talking about how much money PewDiePie makes on YouTube. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because there's been an article in circulation for a couple weeks now talking about how PewDiePie makes an estimated $4 million a year. And I've been in the YouTube game for quite a long time. I know CPMs, I know how this stuff works, and I feel like that's actually a fairly low estimate. So I'm going to give you guys my opinions on this and my guesses on it. I could be wrong. Just a disclaimer, this isn't exact or anything like that, but this should be fairly accurate just because of the amount of time that I've spent on YouTube and the amount of experience that I have with this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to walk you guys through the process of getting these numbers. So go ahead and get a new browser tab open here, and we'll navigate to PewDiePie's Social Blade page. Oh, that's mine. Excuse me. All right. And I'll have this link in the description. But basically, Social Blade is a website that allows you to track stats for a bunch of different YouTubers. You can see daily subscriber counts, daily view counts, charts and trends for where they're going on YouTube as far as their monthly views and subs go, stuff like that. And this is the weirdest ad I've ever seen. But anyway, that's what Social Blade does. It just tracks statistics that are available from the channel. And it also shows us that PewDiePie is claimed by a network called Polaris. And if that sounds kind of weird to you, it's because he used to be claimed by the Game Station, but Maker Studios decided to change the name of the Game Station to Polaris, which was kind of odd because I thought the Game Station made a lot more sense than the name Polaris, but that's fine. They can do whatever they want. So he's claimed by TGS/Polaris, which is a subsidiary of Maker Studios, and they have decently high CPMs for all of their partners, which is why a lot of people moved over there from Machinima. But they do have fairly good CPMs, and it should be noted that because PewDiePie gets such a high amount of views, as you can see he's averaging 11 million a day, a lot of those aren't going to be coming from the high CPM areas like America, Canada, Europe. They're going to be coming from, well, a lot of them are going to be coming from Europe, but they're not going to be as high CPM as places like America, where all the products that are advertised are going to be available. That's just because of how the advertising system on YouTube works. But anyway, let's go ahead and open up calculator here, and we'll do some math. So we can see that he makes he gets an average of 11,450,100 views a day. Let's go ahead and plug that number into our calculator. And if you're not aware of this, on YouTube, the amount of money you make is based on thousands of views. So if I had a $5 CPM, that would mean I would make $5 for every 1,000 monetized views I get. And not all the views I get are monetized, so that doesn't mean I'd be making a flat $5 for every 1,000 views. So that can sort of fluctuate based on the amount of people that are watching ads and clicking them and using ad block and all that sort of stuff. But let's just go ahead and do an estimate of this. So there's our 11 million views. And let's go ahead and divide this by 1,000. And that shows us that he's getting an average of 11,450,000 views per day. That's a confusing number, I know. But then we'll go ahead and multiply this by 0.6, just to say that maybe 60% of his views are monetized. So we'll multiply by 0.6. And that gives us the number 6,870,000 monetized views per day. And then finally, we'll multiply this by $3 to give us our estimated amount per day. $3 is a pretty low CPM. I'd say that's probably somewhere around correct. It might be a little lower than that, maybe around 250. Could also be a little higher than that. But that gives us the number of $20,600 per day. And then we'll multiply that by 365 to get the yearly amount. And this is my low estimate. And even for my low estimate, we get the number $7.52 million per year. That's a lot of money. Now let's go ahead and go for a high estimate and see what we get from that. So we'll plug in the same number. Divide by 1,000. All right, and we'll say this time maybe he only has 20% of his views not monetized. But so we'll multiply that by 0.8. And that gives us 9,160,000 monetized views per day. And then we'll multiply that by a high CPM of $5. That would be pretty high for a massive channel of his size. And that gives us the number $45,800 per day. Now let's multiply this by 365 to get the yearly, and that gives us a total of 16.7 million. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Those are my two estimates, the low and the high. Let's just go ahead and go for a really low one and see what we end up with. It's probably going to be somewhere around the $4 million figure from that article, but I would say it's probably higher than that. Plug in that number one more time. Divide by 1,000. All right, and then we'll multiply by 0.5. And then we'll multiply that by a CPM of $2.50. Then multiply that by 365. And even with my super low end estimate, we still get a figure of $5.22 million per year. So I hope you guys find this informative. If you think I made any mistakes in this, please let me know, because I'm not really all that familiar with the game station shift over to Maker Studios. But if you have some insight in that you'd like to offer, please let me know. If I made any mistakes, I'll correct them. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll be seeing you guys later. Deal Games, signing out.